Alright guys, I'm on my way to meet Exploring Alabama in Clayton, and today we're going to explore a few mining towns, one of which that we've never been to, one that we have, but we're going to go further down the creek and see what we can find. This time of year, like I said, is pretty tricky. We've been in a bad drought and the rain has not been abundant. That means that what's in the bottom of the creek has been there for quite some time, so we've been resorted to finding new areas. So let's go see what we can find. With fall weather moving quickly in our direction, we are hitting the creeks harder than we have ever hit them before. With team effort, we hope to pick every last visible piece of glass from the creeks before the cool weather sets in. By doing this, we ultimately give ourselves fresh hunting grounds in the spring. Next year, if we pick something up, it will be something that we have never seen before, just how we like it. And the first bottle is going to be, it is embossed, a Mary King. I'm imagining that that's probably some kind of cosmetic stuff. I don't know.
Here we are again.
What do you think? Mary King? I don't know.
It does say Mary King, doesn't it?
Probably something cosmetic related.
Nice start.
That is an entire train wheel in the water. Right here's the trestle. So I'm guessing that maybe there may have been a train wreck here years and years ago. But once you put one of those in the water, that's not exactly easy to get out. Thing probably weighs close to 1,000 pounds. It's crazy. Ooh, you found a deep spot. These guys have done took the high road. We've hit a really nasty stretch in the creek right here. It's getting deep and looks nice and stagnant. And I'm not sure if I'm feeling like climbing that right now. But I'm not sure if I feel like swimming in this either.
You look at stuff like that and think, I ain't about to get in there. Nobody will ever do that. And then you look over there. There's some dude named Brandon. Archaeology, dude.
Check this out. John's Alabama bottle. That is so crazy. That's a good one, guys. We're definitely on the right trail.
The other day.
Well, that's a nice old one too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd love to find a jug today, guys. That's a really good sign. That's a thin sucker though, isn't it?
No riding, no, huh?
No. Oh man.
They're just floating there, floating upside down. That's crazy.
We're discussing right now whether we want to keep going down or up, and every time we just get to where we're about to turn around, we find something that just makes us want to go just a little bit further. It's usually how it works, so. Oh, Z-Best, property of Bessemer Bottling. Nice art deco, probably mid-20s, right, Clayton?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
I hate that's broke.
And a crown.
Hey, look, here's a good piece right here too. That looks nice and old.
That is old.
Look at the bottom, how wavy it is. That could be 1800s.
Yeah.
Well, it's about time we get on it. If y'all want to see the other side of this adventure where we were climbing through trees in deep water, you're going to have to go to Exploring Alabama's channel and check it out, because he's got the full story.
Because I climbed the banks.
Yeah. It was almost whole. That looks like that would have been a 2-gallon crock. That's crazy. This creek's got some good glass in it, but it's just few and far between. I'm going to start by saying we're not done yet, but this is the, I guess you could call the spoils of the first creek. There was the Z-Best that I found from Bessemer. The Johns, that would have been the find of the day that Clayton found right here. That is a bottle that neither one of us have ever found, and probably the last one that sold on eBay went for a little over 150, didn't it?
Yeah.
So could have been a $150 bottle. The flask that he found that was interesting enough, floating upside down like this, could have been where it fell out of the bank, a brick. And I'm going to give Clayton credit. He just carried that thing way out of the woods. That was a little bit heavy for me to carry out. I found the straight side Coke on the way out as well. I didn't film that. It's an older one. You can tell by the pattern down here on the back where the square slug is. So we're about to head to the next creek so we can find there. We're at a new creek, seeing what we can find here. This is the first time this year being in this area. We're hoping for something good. We've been in a bad drought and under severe fire warnings now for a couple of weeks. And it's just not resulting in the new hunting grounds that I'm used to having. That's okay though. It makes us get out of our comfort zone, go into new areas, and see what we can find. And sometimes that's how you find your honey holes. There's a Hooper and Worcester, more than likely hutch piece. And look at this neck right here. Well, I dropped that, didn't mean to. That is a nice early neck on that. There's some good glass laying around right here. And even though we haven't been here this year, it kind of looks like somebody else may have. It's hard to say. Either case, there's a real good possibility that they could have missed something. And that's kind of what I'm holding out for, is them missing that coquetch that I'm looking for. We'll see though. Just pulled a ball liner. You can always tell the difference in the age by how the actual writing on the ball is embossed. You can tell the age bracket. I'll put a little chart up that'll show y'all the difference now, where y'all can in the future date your ball jars. Here's a bottle right here. Let's see what it is. Oh, has a new, probably vanilla extract or something. That's all right though. So we get way down this incredibly shallow creek that does have deep pockets, and here is this boat. Now, I don't know how this thing floated in here, but we're probably, I'd say at least 20 miles from a main river, aren't we? And this thing is way up here, and this isn't no shallow running boat. This isn't no flat bottom boat. That is a deep holed boat, and it has been there a minute. And I have no clue how they got that in here, unless it was when it was raining and it was super flooded. That is a big monster boat to be sitting here. I know that the video is probably not doing it justice. It's probably a 20-footer though. It's crazy. See that? Check that out. You got some eyes on him to pick that out of the creek.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
That is a cool one. It's like a cat's eye, isn't it, maybe?
Yeah,
huh.
I guess.
You know, I don't know a lot about marbles, but one of my buddies, his name's John, he knows a ton about marbles. And when we go bottle digging, he is literally sitting there saying, hey, this is this kind of marble, this is that kind of marble. And them things can be worth hundreds of dollars. It's crazy. We have found many marbles through the years while digging for bottles, but I have never researched their origin. To my surprise, no one really knows where marbles originated. They've been found in the ashes of Pompeii and in the tombs of ancient Egyptians, and they were played with by Native American tribes, so it's impossible to pin down a precise country of origin. The earliest examples were simply stones that had been polished smooth by a running river, but for centuries artisans made them by hand from clay, stone, or glass. Mass production became possible in 1884 when Sam Dyke of Akron, Ohio created a wooden block with 6 grooves, each of which held a lump of clay. An operator would roll a wooden paddle over all the clay balls at once, and this would create 6 marbles at a time. With around 350 employees, Dyke's factory was cranking out 5 train car loads, or about 1 million marbles every day. Mass production made marbles much cheaper to make, allowing the price to drop from about 1 penny each to a bag of 30 marbles for the same price. Other businessmen jumped on the bandwagon, and Akron soon became the marble capital of late 19th century America. In 1915, mass production of glass marbles began, thanks to a machine invented by a local man from Akron. The manufacturing of marbles is still done the same way as in 1915 today. Sometimes while you're on these city creeks, you come to these big viaducts or culverts or whatever it is to let the water underneath the large roads that you can hear in the background, and it's kind of like a crapshoot. You really don't know which one to pick, because usually 4 out of the 5 are going to be really deep. So I think I'm going to take the right one today, and these things can be pretty sketchy if you're by yourself. Jeff and Clayton had to leave, so I continued on. I was not super impressed to not find anything, so I'm really hoping to find something worthy on the other side of this? We will find out. So let's see if I can get in here and see what all I see. This is a big one too. And this one looks the shallowest, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh, there went a frog. I doubt y'all can see it, got really dark. I'm gonna need a good headlamp here soon, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't see anything in here. That's all right though. We'll come back for the flashlight. Let's go back this way. I'll show y'all what's over here. I've been here in one of my older videos. What you're looking at right here is actually the oldest documented concrete bridge in Alabama. So kind of the reason that I'm here in this spot today is I'm hoping that somebody once upon a time that was driving across that in a Model T threw out a soda bottle, and I will be here to reclaim it and add it to my collection. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'll find anything, but that's kind of, I can just kind of picture it. So I was kind of walking around the foundations of the bridge here, and I don't know the exact date, I just know that it's the oldest. I want to say it's probably 1907, 1908, something like that. Not positive. And over here next to the foundation is a good bottle. So that might have been thrown off probably in the 20s though. This isn't as old as the bridge, this is like mid-20s. And there is a clear buffalo rock. I will take that for sure. That will match my green one that I got with Exploring Alabama from last week. So I'm pretty excited about that. Put them on the shelf together. Got to clean this one up. It'll make a good, nice matching pair. So let's see what else we can find. So I've been walking about probably another 30 minutes or so, and I haven't seen anything worthwhile except for this spoon right here. That's a big bold spoon. Could have been used for ice cream. It definitely looks like it's the right age bracket, so I'm excited about that. There we go. I'll take the spoon for sure. I'm on my way back out now. I walked down there probably about 300 yards, like I said, in about 30 minutes. And I walked over this on the way in somehow. That's okay though. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here though for the day, close out. At least I found one decent bottle and a spoon. I'll take that any day. We're gonna leave this for a time when I have a headlamp to go through there and see what's on the other side. It will be interesting to find out, that's for sure. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Yeah. Ooh, you found a deep spot. It's a little bit cold.